Welcome back. Special edition of Breakfast Television on location in Burnaby at the Bill Copeland Sports Center Complex. And we're inside the Sportsnet studio getting set for Rogers Hometown Hockey. And joining us right now, John Batchelor, head coach at the Burnaby Winter Club. And let's go through this list, by the way, of some of these great athletes he's coached. Ryan Nugent Hopkins, Mike Santorelli, Matthew Barzal, Ty Ronning. The list goes on and on over the years. And John, congratulations on the success you've seen. What's the secret to challenge a player but not overwhelm a player to see results like you've seen?
Well, they usually come to the rink with a good attitude. They come to work hard, so it's not that big of a challenge for me. It's more of me just directing them in the next direction that they need to take. So
you've been 15 years?
Yeah, 14, 15 years at the Winter Club.
And the Winter Club, as everybody we've spoken to has mentioned specifically the Burnaby Winter Club as being one of the top reasons. Your program is one of the top reasons why hockey players from here are so successful. Why is that? So humble, he won't even do it.
I gotta take my hat off to the guys below me because they develop the guys. They work on their individual skills. By the time I get them, I just have to teach them how to play the game at a higher level and prepare them for pro and junior hockey. Like it's sort of a stepping stone. We have some really good qualified guys at the younger levels. And the individual skills that I get when I see these guys come out and try out for the team it's phenomenal. Like
so your thought process, your approach, say a player like Ryan Nugent Hopkins, when you first spot that athlete on the ice, one, how long does it take you to notice that they have something special there? And two, what's the approach to coach it to really cultivate that?
Well, you can tell when a guy steps on the ice, just his ice awareness, just how he carries himself, and then you watch him in scrimmages and that, or games, and his vision and his hockey IQ is far superior to your average player out there. And
the hockey IQ is the full package with the knowledge of...
Yeah, understanding the game at a higher level, seeing the game from actually like your 40-year-olds up in the stands, that he sees that at ice level. Barzal.
How old was Ryan Nugent Hopkins when you got him? Remember?
He was 13.
Did you know then?
Yeah, I knew he was a pretty special player. Like, as a first-year guy, he was killing penalties, playing on our power play, and he played with some pretty special players himself at that time. Like, he was a first-year guy, and he was playing with some second-year guys that were playing the AHL and college hockey right now. So,
And when you work with these players, some that go into the NHL, some that just have a passion for the game. For any head coach that's watching this right now that may think, I want to see my players strive and succeed in the same way, what do you say to them? How do you communicate with these players to get the best out of them?
Well, it's always, everybody wants to go to the NHL, everybody wants to be a pro, but you got to remember why you play the game. It was fun.
Parents, remember.
It's fun. If you're not having fun, you're not gonna do well. It's like anything. It becomes a job. It becomes time to move on. If they're not enthusiastic about coming to the rink, then they're not going to be successful. They've got to have passion. So.
Tell us a little bit about your time with Willie.
Willie knew he'd do well here. He's a player's coach. Guys love to play for him, play hard for him. I worked for him for when he was in Medicine Hat for 3 or 4 years, and I learned a lot, watched a lot of his stuff. I'd have a few glasses of wine with him and talk hockey.
But what is it about Willie Desjardins' style with the Vancouver Canucks, especially with what we're seeing this season, that has allowed this type of success to happen so early?
He just has a way with players that they gravitate to him. They just want to do well for him. I can go to Curtis McKenzie that just played 2 games for Dallas. Came out of Burnaby Winter Club. He went to Miami, Ohio. I was at Willie's house a couple summers ago saying, this guy's coming to your camp next year. You're going to love him. He says, I'm going to give him a shot. Well, he ends up being the Rookie of the Year and playing a couple of games in the NHL now.
Assessing talent with help of guys like you. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.
John Batchelor, the head coach of the Burnaby Winter Club, joining us here on a day that we are setting up for Rogers Hometown Hockey.